On the media, we in the building, man. We going live, man. Damu Kiwe conversations. They bringing that heat, and they're talking about Reggie Wright, man. They said that he may have been the one who orchestrated the murder of Tupac Shakur, man. That just came out. I'm telling you, man, this is a wicked, wicked game filled with a bunch of wicked, wicked people, allegedly. These are just my opinions. I have no facts behind this except what I see on the internet. And they delayed the Keefe D murder case for almost another year, I think, because new evidence came up that Reggie Wright Jr. orchestrated the hit on Tupac Shakur. So my Damu Kiwe conversation brothers are going to break down a whole list of things that shows the type of person that they say Reggie Wright really is, allegedly. We're going to get to this content real soon. I'm just trying to let a few people get in here and we get right to it. Stand on the media. We definitely in the building. Stop playing with it. Just trying to, so out here doing my 1-2 steps like Sierra. Ain't that what he say? Yeah, man. We're going to get to this content, though. Welcome, everybody, man. Salute to everybody out there, man. Salute. I'll be in the chat in a few seconds, man. I just want to get everything up and running. Then I'll be in the chat with y'all, chopping it up, man. Play this content, just letting a few people get in the room so we can get right to it. Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm doing everything, man. Hey, this shit spooky. You mean to tell me this whole time, if it's true, now think about this, if it's true, right? So Reggie just been exploiting the shit out of Tupac this whole time, right? I'm just saying, on one hand, he's showing Tupac love and he's talking about the Tupac fans being disappointed in this or being disappointed in that. And then on the other hand, he allows Whack 100, aka CS2 Back, to come on his platform and disrespect Pac. It's starting to make sense. And let me give you what Suge Knight just recently said in an interview. This is what Suge said about Reggie recently in an interview. He called him a Judas. I told y'all in one of the videos I just did, why would he call him a Judas? That's a strong character, isn't it? Because what do we know of Judas? He backstabbed Jesus, right? He was a backstabber to Jesus. He did the unthinkable. Listen, treason. Why would Suge call that man a Judas? You would have to be doing Judas behavior for a person to want to call you that. We're going to get to the content right now. Let's go. Oh, salute to my Damu Kiwe conversation, brethren. Salute to Most Scandalous Los Angeles. He's the one that the video I think they about to play right now. So we're going to react to that. We're going to listen to it and react to it. But I like to let Most Scandalous Los Angeles cook, man, because he's a knowledgeable brother and he know what he's doing. So he don't need help from little old me. But I will chime in from time to time. Sit back and relax and enjoy this content with Stand on the Media. Salute.
Welcome back to Scandalous Los Angeles TV, where we expose the exposers. In part 1, we explored the FBI's new iteration of its counterintelligence program, COINTELPRO, now repackaged under the black identity extremist stigma. We uncovered how the powers that be have sought to prevent the rise of a black messiah, going to extreme lengths to track and control every movement in the black community. Not only did we examine these covert tactics to suppress black empowerment, but we also pinpointed the reasons behind the surveillance and targeting. Today, We're shifting gears to discuss the godfather of CS2Back's Cointel cabal. This mystery man is the only one you've ever heard of, who can be both a suspect and an informant in multiple murders. Not only was he a former Compton police officer, but thanks to his association with, he also found himself in the presence of numerous A-list celebrities. This unique combination made him the perfect candidate and camouflage for law enforcement agencies and wealthy elitists seeking to infiltrate, discredit, and/or neutralize potential threats.
Reggie Jr. was a police officer. I believe he'll talk about his past, but he started off in the jail and then worked also in Compton. But Reggie Jr., he ended up, and I don't want to tell his story for him, but he ended up having an injury and retiring from the police department. And as you know, he's got a business mind, so he started his security company. And growing up with some very high profile people like Suge Knight and in that Compton area, he was able to along the way connect with them and be the head of security, which is a pretty damn big deal for Death Row Records, and was with them for a period of time. And
it's the one,
very well-known guy. I want to give a shout out to his platform, which is Bomb First. He has his t-shirt on right now. And we do have some giveaways later in the day that Gene is going to be in charge of. But if you're not familiar with Bomb First, if you go to YouTube, take a look at it. He's got a very powerful platform. And if you want to know the truth about anything, Reggie Jr. is that guy. And when you see him on his YouTube channel, if you follow him like I do, whenever he's leaning into the camera, click on that video because it'll be something good.
Reggie Wright Jr. became an invaluable asset to those in power, using his position to manipulate and control from behind the scenes, furthering agendas that sought to destroy Black success and empowerment. These informants, who gained notoriety only through their connection to Marion Knight, are now fighting to maintain their covert roles, continuing to work behind the scenes while telling stories about Death Row Records. DJ Vladimir Lyubovny makes his federal futon fluffy for these informants as they lie and implicate others in murders to cover up the murders of Tupac Shakur and Christopher Wallace.
So when you hear the theory that Poochie was the shooter, what is your take on it?
Right on.
I had a talk with Greg Kading about this, and I have my notes. So according to Greg Kading, Poochie killed Biggie.
That's the story, I believe.
And Poochie was an associate of Suge?
Whatever the story is that Greg is pushing is what I believe.
Bob James, this is what you do, huh? So, Suge and Poochie killed Piggy. I done heard it all. You ain't Reg, huh? That's how y'all feeling. Y'all just y'all scared for Suge to get out.
We got Rico the Rat Rod saying here, Yo Gay coming.
You niggas is cold niggas. Reggie Wright, your ass down there died, nigga. Corona. And you still talking, nigga. Boy, niggas gonna get you for that box hit though.
So you just heard Reggie and Mob James go on Vlad TV and place the murder of Biggie on Marion Knight. K9 from Swans responded in disbelief, expressing his distaste for the lie snitching that he heard them both do. Because Reggie was upset with K9 for his statements, he decided to go on Clubhouse and lie on him in pure Cointel fashion. Before I play the Cointel Clubhouse recording, I want to read what Reggie said about Suge in this article.
I wasn't under the impression about him being an informant. I just know he has rat things in him. The two things that come to mind when I hear Lloyd speak on those issues is that I know he did do this or can do this. The one thing is when he was doing his time in jail for the probation violation on the state side, he knew he had a 6 months tail on the federal side. And he actually reached out to the U.S. attorney that was handling the matter for his 6 month probation violation and said, y'all been trying to get me to cooperate on David Kenner. I'm willing to do that now because I don't want to go 6 months. I'm ready to get out of here. He had me call the U.S. attorney. I did. The U.S. attorney advised me that I can't talk to you, Reggie. You're not his attorney of record. I would have to hear from his attorney, which at the time, the attorney handling the federal matter was David Chesnoff out of Las Vegas. So I called David Chesnoff and told him Suge wanted to do the 6 months and cooperate against David Kenner. David Chesnoff told me, I represent tough guys from the mafia. One thing I don't do is represent rats that would do any type of telling. So you tell Suge if that's what he wants to do, then he needs to remove me or I'll remove myself as his attorney of record.
So you see how Reggie went on allhiphop.com and used the attorney David Chesnoff's name to attach rat allegations on Suge. Now listen to him and his protege CS2 Back work together in an attempt to discredit and slander K-Nina using the same lie.
Hey, bring Reggie Wright up, dog. Bring Reggie Wright. He gonna expose the nigga K9's a rat, dog. Reggie Wright is a nigga that ran death row, cut all the checks, all the attorneys. Bring Reggie Wright up. Reg,
you on stage?
Now, Reg, now keep it 100, Reg. Do I know this nigga K9, bro?
All right, so mute the mic for Reg. Mute the mic for him. Nobody else should be talking to
Hey,
him.
Reg, do I know this nigga K9, bro?
Let me tell the story on K9. Let me just tell the history. Number one, K9 was brought in by me. K9, to my knowledge, ain't never met Suge Knight in life. Why is he telling that? I don't know. K9 was with our homie Keita Rock, is the one that really spoke up. He spoke up for K9, and Keita Rock liked K9, and he had me sign K9. I'm the one that put K9 on the one song on Death Row he was on. I mean, K9 was a cool dude when he was with me. He just have lately been kind of, milding off.
Reg, do I know this nigga, Reg? You know what I come this nigga.
Hey, only time that I ever know Wack and K9 be around was when we had a little incident at the Flying Museums in Santa Monica when Wack and
he was with my clique or just one of the niggas in the entourage?
Exactly. He was him, but K9 was with us, and it was a bunch of dudes from 2Ps. Of course, the mob dudes and all that. K9 was with us, and one of his big homeboys.
K9, so why this nigga keep insinuating that I know this nigga, Reg? We didn't talk to them little niggas, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with why K9 is speaking on Wack like that, like they know each other, because to my knowledge, around Death Row, they didn't have no relationship like that because K9 was only around about a year. Like I said, K9 was gone by the time Suge came home.
Suge even came home. Now, what about this nigga when you hired the attorney, bro, when he caught the case in Vegas?
Now, this is why K9, he said that he left because of a big brim that got killed in front of Country House. That ain't why K9 left. K9 was going prior to that. K9 left because he caught a case or had a case. Suge wanted to look out, told me to hire an attorney, the big time powerful attorney named David Chesnoff from Vegas.
That's the nigga represent the mob. I know that nigga.
He one of the best attorneys ever. Y'all look up David Chesnoff in Vegas. Anybody from Nevada, Vegas know who he is.
Staffy Weffy.
We sent him down there to represent the talk to K9. Was going to pay for him to represent K9. We put some money. Of course, we had David on retainer. He came back and called me. He said, Reggie.
Now, y'all just peep out. We got all these so-called gangsters and gangster police officers who just on here just diarrhea in the mouth. Just talking and talking and talking and talking. Y'all don't think that's strange and odd? Is that just me, man? Put that in the comment section. Tell me what y'all think. Y'all don't think that's a little weird? It's one thing to tell a story, but that's what they got books for in movies, right? But just to be on social media, just diarrhea in the mouth like this is crazy to me. Let's get it.
He said, I know that's one of y'all artists, but you know I'm a mafia attorney. And one thing I can't ever in life represent is a fucking rat. And he said, that dude is trying to be an informant, and I can't represent him. I don't care how much money y'all give me. That's when I went back and reported that to Suge, and Suge told me, man, what you got me involved with? Get away from that nigga.
According to Reggie, David Chesnoff initially refused to represent Suge due to allegations of him being an informant. More recently, Reggie states that Chesnoff has also declined to represent K9 for the same reason. If someone doesn't conform to Reggie's desired narrative, they're targeted with false accusations and attempts to ruin their reputation. A clear example of COINTELPRO's strategy in action. While Knight sits incarcerated, these same informants use their platforms to slander and defame others, accusing them of being snitches, when in reality, they are the very ones who have betrayed their own.
If you believe all that, and you believe if you believe all of this, and you believe I was involved in
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that you were involved. I didn't say you were not involved.
Okay. I said, but if you do believe that, let me just ask you this.
Sure, go ahead. Go ahead, Reg.
Why didn't you ever come knocking on my door and talk to me? You saw the 302s on me before. You saw the 302s on me before. You saw the 302s on me before.
There's an FBI 302, a 5-page memo.
Tell everybody what a 302 is.
302 is a memo memorializing a meeting. Here's what I can tell you.
Why would he even meet with them in the first place?
Because he was trying to cut a deal, which is the point Giant's trying to make. He can call anybody and everybody a rat. He was trying to do the exact same thing.
Reggie went on the Bloody Bunch clubhouse room and admitted that he was the one uploading pictures on Marion Knight's Twitter account.
They made that. Reggie, you have information that only you. Reggie, do you run that Twitter though? Do you run that Suge Knight Twitter?
Not currently, but he had it. I had authority to do it.
Oh, so you did run it?
Yeah. But he
had a lot of content. Hold on, let's get back to the first question Garden Kings asked you about while Wack and Suge went at it. Wack has content all over the internet going crazy on Wack about something on Twitter when you was in control of it. But I'm going back on you.
Yeah. But that ain't what started the beef. They were already going at it.
So you agreeing that you did post that to turn it up?
No. I to turn it up. The only thing was put on there was
content.
Yeah.
So I now remember that. So if y'all don't know the story, Suge Knight's Twitter, right? We were thinking at the time we was thinking that was Suge Knight that was commenting in the Twitter, taking shots at Wack and other artists and shit. But the whole time in that time frame, it was actually Reggie Wright who was doing it, and nobody knew it. Throwing gasoline on fires. You know what I'm saying? Playing both sides, puppet master shit. I cannot stand when a person do shit like that. You trying to play puppet master. That was him running Suge Knight's Twitter, y'all. Crazy.
Hold on. Only thing was put up there, and that was crazy. Wait a minute, hold on. Only thing that was put up there about Wack was him acting like he was cleaning the table at in Adam 22. That was the only thing that was ever put on that Twitter about Wack.
And one of the pictures he posted had Marion Knight, Tupac, and Trey Lane from Mob Piru. In the caption, Reggie writes that this little guy is responsible for Tupac's demise. Now Reggie posted this to poke at Trey, and to make people think that Suge was blaming Trey for Pac's death. Reggie was trying to show Trey that he could make people begin to blame him for the murder. Listen to what Reggie says to Trey right here.
And there's a person out there lately. And I'm going to tap at him because I got to remind motherfuckers. Everybody think just because I was a cop, I didn't grow up in the Imperial Courts housing projects. I didn't walk the same payments as their relatives did, and then they did later on in their adult life. I walked the same payments that all of those niggas from Looters Park, East Side, Ma Paru, and played baseball over there in Kelly Park and Ed Hood and all of those neighborhoods. I even went on the Wilson Park side, the west side, and played at Gonzales Park. But some niggas
he is, bro.
that want to play with me, and I'm going to send him a little warning. Matter of fact, I'm going to show the picture. Y'all remember I told y'all that all of this death row, Southside, mob rule bullshit, a lot of people lost their lives. I'm not gonna say Tupac. I'm not like Suge what's been putting up on his Twitter. I'm not like Suge what's been putting up on his Twitter. I'm not like Suge what's been putting up on his Twitter.
Do you guys see what he's doing? He's the one responsible for posting the picture on Suge's Twitter. Then he gets on his show and says he's not like Suge, to blame Trey for Tupac's murder and post it on Twitter. I hope you guys can see what this informant just did.
And they wonder why we don't trust with the police. You know, I want to try to keep my monetization. But they wonder why we don't trust the police. They wonder why we treat them the way we do or we revere them the way we do. This is why. This is why right here. You sitting here, and this is to produce content, to produce division, confusion, chaos. He's going out of his way to cause all those fires. And a lot of it is for his amusement. But he also is doing it because, like I said earlier, they have an agenda. Let's get to it.
I'm not gonna say that because it make it seem like he was involved with the murder. He wasn't involved with the murder.
So Reggie just let you know that he knew exactly what he was doing when he made that post. He said it makes it look like he was involved with the murder. Then he said, nah, he wasn't involved with the murder. So he tapped at Trey with the post. Then he comes on his show to act like he's clearing him of Suge's accusations. This is a cold bastard right here, and all of us are just sitting back watching him do it. But I want you guys to listen to what Reggie says to Trey, because this is going to show you just how narcissistic Reggie is, and how untouchable he feels that he is.
He just did some scary ass shit to make niggas have to respond at a location where they didn't need to be responding at. Stories gonna start being told. You keep texting my co-workers with your bullshit when you drunk, high off of ecstasies or something, and then want to wake up in the morning. Oh, your little homie just tripping. He just, no, nigga. Don't tap at me and then try to backtrack it with the ha ha ha. Nigga, fuck you.
Some lights up. Nigga, fuck you.
I don't play those games, nigga. You know that. Nigga. Just because you over there now thinking you got niggas from the hood, those little youngsters don't know the pedigree. They don't know where you really from. Long Beach Crip. They don't know all of that. They don't know how you've been saved, nigga. How niggas saved you in county jail and shit. Stories going to be told. Stop playing with Reggie motherfucking Wright, nigga. It's gonna be some stories. I'm going to get y'all that interview y'all been wanting. Because trust me, he gonna be calling Vlad or John or somebody offering to do the interview for free. Nigga, say one more word. Mention my name one more time to people that I work with. Meaning John. Fuck it, I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. Stop texting John with your bullshit, nigga. You got my number. You know how to get my number. You know how to get a hold of me. Please. Stop playing with me. I know too much about you guys that walk around now with your chest all poked out, running to Cleveland, Ohio and stuff, thinking you the man. And you this and you that. Nigga, I tell stories. I have niggas come on when they just said, who's in St. Louis? Who got what? Where that nigga at? Tell him come here. I'm gonna take that. So why do you niggas be playing with Reggie at this day? Y'all know. I can see whole ass niggas in the comment sections on YouTube, but niggas that know. Oh man. Don't make me have to play with you. That's just the tap that the principal used to give you with the ruler.
The tap.
Cause nigga, I'm gonna spank your ass. Say another word. I promise you. I want you to. Let's play. Let's have fun. Let's have a 2024 great year, Negro. Cause I play both sides. Both sides. You know that. We can play it on social media, or we can, nigga, please. Okay. Either way.
I play both sides.
Cause you ain't gonna be able to say, "Oh, it jammed. It jammed when I was getting out of the trash can. I was in the trash can, and it." You ain't gonna be able to say that with me, nigga. They gonna be saying, "Oh,
he threatened to knock him down."
R.I.P. 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 That's what they gonna be saying. You come fucking with Reggie.
Let me ask, because maybe I'm confused. Is this nigga a gangster, or is he an ex-policeman? Who is this nigga? I'm confused right now. I thought we was going over, we was reacting to a police officer, doing police shit. But that nigga talking gangster. He talking about knocking a nigga down in front of the world. Ex-police officer. Man, if y'all don't see that these niggas are really working, man, y'all need help. Y'all need a hug. You can't be that damn dumb and stupid not to see. How you don't see that? This man just openly just out here threatening niggas. And he's the police.
R.I.P. Fucking with Reggie. R.I.P. Fucking with Reggie. R.I.P. No threats. Promises, bro. No threats. I'm tired of playing with you. I've been playing with you, reading your texts last 2 or 3 days. When you get drunk, going in and out. Got your sister calling my wife, telling, why they doing that? Why they doing that? Why they doing that? Talking about brother-in-law. Calling, man, nigga, stop playing with me. Stop it, little boy. Sorry, John. Hate to use this to tap at one person on our platform, but tired of bitch ass niggas, man. And he in the picture, somebody I actually liked. Asked him several times.
You like him.
Asked him. Respond back with text like, all right, man, all right.
So
it's all good. I was punking out.
Down, threatening him. And get away with
what? Then he get drunk, start rambling again. Stop doing that, dog. Don't know what you own. Ain't never known you to be on shit like that. Stop doing that. Don't let your little status over there today clog your memory. Niggas' hands fucked up. Never use my hands. Never use my hands. I'm an architect. Never mind. I'm an architect. Never mind. Never mind. All right, man. Enough said.
So Reggie just said his hands were messed up, but it didn't matter because he never used his hands. Then he went on to say he was a orca, but he stopped himself before finishing the word. What do you guys think he was gonna say? He was an orca, what?
Orchestrator.
Somebody asked Reggie what word was he gonna say.
A
bombshell has just been dropped involving the murder of Tupac Shakur. Keefe D's defense attorneys say that they have uncovered information that Reggie Wright Jr., the former head of security for Suge Knight and Death Row Records, may have orchestrated.
I'm never mind. I'm
orchestrated the shooting of Tupac and Suge Knight.
Their narratives not only distort the truth. Watch how Reggie sits on Vlad's fluffy federal futon and lies on Russell Poole.
Well, Ice-T said it's dry snitching or something like that when I said that I believe the story of what Murder Rap put in their investigation from Murder Rap, the Grand Cadians theory. I don't believe what Randall Sullivan is pushing or Russell Poole or anything like that.
So Reggie just said he doesn't believe Russell Poole's theory. Russell Poole said Reggie was the orchestrator of both hits. Listen to how Reggie completely rewrites history, sitting in front of Vlad the Vulture.
That's why
I throw jabs at Russell Poole. Ultimately, at the end, he got it right. He got it right. He got it right.
Which was?
But who he believes was responsible for the shooting of Biggie.
And he thought it was who?
I don't know. You know.
Poochie?
Poochie.
Yeah.
No.
No? Sure.
Oh, exactly.
So now Reggie is saying that he does agrees with Russell Poole, because in the end, Russell Poole got the story correct. How did Reggie go from not believing Russell Poole to saying that Russell Poole got it right in the end? How did Russell Poole change his theory when he went to his deathbed wanting to apologize to Shuge, all while accusing Reggie of setting him up?
Man, I've been following with great interest. You know, Russell Poole wanted to apologize to you.
Yeah, I heard that, man. He's a good guy. I never lied to him or nobody because, you know, all that stuff, they know who was going on behind all that stuff, you know?
Yeah.
How did I know that Russell Poole died, had a heart attack and died? Shit, because I know motherfucking people. They call me, hey, motherfucker, motherfucker up here. This motherfucker up here and was talking about, and everybody thinks he was up there talking about the murders or something like that. He was up there talking about trying to get Shiv to confess or to ID the person that shot him at the Chris Brown party.
They called Russell to schedule a meeting for August 19th, 2015 at 10 a.m. Russell was asked to come alone. And just as an aside, he was asked to come alone only once we found out about the evidence in the One Oak shooting. But back to the article. At 9:02 a.m., Russell called me and we talked for 7 minutes. He told me he was stuck in traffic around Diamond Bar. On the phone, he told me that he'd be staying at his son's condo to visit the doctor on Thursday. He was going to have his blood pressure medicine adjusted. We talked about the upcoming meeting and he promised to call me the minute he got out of the meeting. He said, if anything happens to me, you have to get the information we compiled out there. Noon rolled around and I assumed he was extending this into lunch, but was encouraged that it was taking longer than anticipated. I even thought that maybe he was being offered a job with the sheriff's department.
Call y'all back
At 3:51 p.m., I sent another text message. Still going? A while later, I sent, damn. And then a little while later,
Reggie wore
must be
wire
a
on
great
Omar
meeting.
Bradley.
I had no idea what was actually happening. At 5:28 p.m., I got a text from one of our confidential informants telling me I just heard Russell has died. What the fuck? I went on to Google and saw the news and that it had been posted 24 minutes earlier. I was devastated. The friend I was with started to scour the web while I made some telephone calls. 6 minutes later, I was listening to Reggie Wright Jr.'s interview on Bomb First. Now the questions were racing in my mind. How did Wright get a video posted so quickly? It was a 13-minute, 32-second interview, so walk that back. It had to take some time to call it in, to put the background up, to publish it, to post it, and for the aggregate into search engines.
That's what that meant.
For a time, it was appearing in the first couple listings on Google. We clicked on the video to listen to it a second time, and the video had all of a sudden become private and couldn't be played. Did Wright know Poole wasn't going to be walking out of the sheriff's office alive? It all certainly seemed fishy to me.
That's the only case the sheriff was handling. And so that's what he was really up there. But he was just trying to say, well, we get him to confess and cooperate with this, and let's let him go. And so, of course, if I'm in jail and they come to me and say, hey, if you when you got shot at a club, and if you confess to, or be the eyewitness on the person who shot you and tell who did, and he let you out. Hey, go see what you can do. Yeah. I'll tell the nigga that shot me. If that's gonna get me out of this bullshit, go see what you can do.
Yeah.
And then the motherfucker go up there and just because they questioned him and asked him, well, how you know that? Like, because he's so hyper and he gets so mad. This motherfucker goes and have a heart attack. So now, then these motherfuckers, you know what? These stupid motherfuckers up to pushing that they shot him. Somebody shot him with a heart attack gun, and that's how he died. I mean, this is the type of shit that's out there. Stupid motherfuckers like this believe that there's a heart attack gun that you can shoot somebody and make them have a heart attack.
Also, I had to find one time. They wanted me to find out if there was such a thing as a poison that was undetectable, especially one that seemed to mimic a heart attack, that would kill someone, but it would appear that they had a heart attack. I did find such a thing.
Does this pistol fire the dart? Yes, it does, Mr. Chairman. And a special one was developed which potentially would be able to enter the target without perception.
The poison was frozen into some sort of dart, and then it was shot at very high speed into the person. So when it reached the person, it would melt inside them, and the only thing would be like one little tiny red dot on their body, which was hard to detect. There wouldn't be a needle left or anything like that in the person.
But also the toxin itself would not appear in the autopsy? Yes, so that there was no way of perceiving that the target was him.
One thing Reggie has kept consistent over these years is his protection of the police. I've never seen a video from Reggie where he disrespects any police officers, except for Russell Poole.
And if Russell Poole knew my father, he wouldn't have been attacking my father like that because he knew he was a good man.
Right.
You know, he was good police. He wouldn't even be coming at him like that if he knew it. Which, I can't even say that. Russell Poole, he never openly, to my knowledge, said anything bad about my father. And so, I can't shit on Russell Poole. I can just tell you what I know about Russell Poole. What documented that he was an alcoholic.
Yeah.
That's all I can say about it. And that he was so fixated on one way, he had to get rid of him. Where he just up and quit his job. That's all I can ever say about him. That he was living in a motherfucking garage. That's what people don't know. Do y'all know what the dude that's living in a garage? What type of dude that is? Yeah, living in the garage. The dude that when you come over to the house that's living in the garage with the family.
Right.
That's your crazy uncle.
Listen to the way Reggie lies on Michael Moore and misrepresents his statements.
Ask him why Gotham was head on his radio and he lied.
While I was working at 662, I heard something over the Nextels that we all carried for security. And what I heard was, got him.
Ask him why Gotham.
It is not true.
Okay.
It is not true. This is the person he's talking about, Michael Moore. This is the person that OD'd on drugs that's trying to say that he heard somebody say got him over a white voice over my voice over my radio say got him.
Then the police said, don't say nothing over the radio.
No, they say not the police, they say I said it.
Okay.
They said, if they're going to quote shit wrong, quote it right. Then he said he heard me say, don't say nothing, be quiet. Don't say that over there. So I mean, they're going to quote it right.
Right before me and Mr. Wright got in the vehicle to go get to the hospital, someone else came on the radio and said, hey, don't say nothing over the radio.
But it's a lie. It's not true. There's no truth to that.
He said, no, I never said it, Reggie. He never said it.
I'm not saying he said that. I'm saying other people said it. That's why I say if you're going to quote it correctly. That's what other people say. Is that I'm the one that told them to have radio silence. Don't be saying that over the air.
Mr. Wright and I were talking about what had happened, and I just clearly heard somebody say, don't say that over the radio. But the person who said it was not Homeboy Security, nor was it one of our security guards. It was, to me, it would be like a stranger. Someone, and the person that said that was Caucasian. Definitely not African American.
This is the way Reggie, in his own words, muddies up an investigation. Michael Moore said the voice that he heard was a Caucasian-sounding voice. He said it definitely was not an African American. The execution of a high-profile celebrity in a city like Las Vegas, particularly on the night of a Mike Tyson fight, coupled with the ability to evade justice, strongly implies that the sanctioning of such an act must have come from the highest echelons of power. Recall the scene in Training Day, where Officer Alonzo, before assembling his team of corrupt cops, had to sit down and speak with the wise men. Interestingly, Greg Kading chose to rename Cash Jones to Alonzo in his film. Laugh out loud. The significance here is that Alonzo could not have acted without the approval of those above him. In the movie, Alonzo approached them with his grievances. This dynamic could unfold in two ways. Either Alonzo can go to the wise men with his requests, or they can call upon Alonzo and request his services for some other task. When you look at the second goal of the counterintelligence program, it says they want to prevent the rise of a messiah. It lists Martin Luther King, Stokely Carmichael, and Elijah Muhammad as black nationalists that aspire to the former position held by Malcolm X before his death. It says that Elijah Muhammad is less of a threat because of his age. So we know that age is something that the FBI factors into this equation. It goes on to say that MLK could be a very real contender for this position, should he abandon his supposed obedience to white liberal doctrines, nonviolence, and embrace black nationalism. So we see the FBI feared a young, charismatic black man that chose to embrace what they called black nationalism. Then in comes this young black man, who just happens to be the son of a Black Panther.
Matter of either we stay like this or somebody sacrifices, somebody lay a track so we don't stay in a 360-degree deadly circle. You know what I'm saying? Somebody has to break out and risk, losing everything and being poor and getting beat down. But somebody has to do something.
The best part of the story, I guess, is that your mother actually beat this rap.
Ooh.
Served as her own attorney?
Her own attorney, never been to law school. She was facing 300 and something odd years. One black woman pregnant beat the case. And just go to show you the strength of a black woman and the strength of the oppressed.
What does it do to a young man like yourself, though, when all of your heroes, your mother, your father, whom has passed away, he was incarcerated as well, your godfather, all of your heroes have been to jail.
And they weren't all Panthers. My stepfather was a Panther. My father was a gangster, a straight up ignorant, hustler.
Mm-hmm.
But he loved the fact that the Panthers, my mother told me is that it was a one night stand. But he loved the fact that the Panthers would go to jail and wouldn't snitch. They were true to each other. It was women, it was men. And that was a one night stand. That's how I came to be, out of the love for black people. So that's how I got to live, and that's how I have to die. And that's how my music has to be, and my acting, and my producing, and my interviews, everything has to be for the love of black people.
Yeah. We were talking about that earlier, for 20 years old, I have to tell you, you have quite a head on your shoulders.
How many of you guys could have stood on your square and held an articulate conversation with an older woman while the camera was rolling at the age of 20 years old like this? Given Tupac's deep roots in the Black Panther legacy, and the FBI's well-documented history of targeting individuals who embody the potential to rise as black messiahs, it's no surprise that he became a focal point of COINTELPRO's second objective. The FBI, having a long-standing agenda to neutralize any figure who could inspire a movement for black empowerment, saw Tupac's influence, activism, and revolutionary ideals as a threat. His connection to the Black Panther Party's revolutionary roots made him an ideal target, as the powers that be sought to prevent the rise of any messiah-type figure who could galvanize the masses. This made Tupac a prime candidate for surveillance and infiltration by law enforcement agencies, intent on suppressing his message of social change.
Why was Tupac monitored by the FBI? There were several key reasons for the FBI's surveillance of Tupac Shakur. One of the major triggers was the FBI's investigation into death threats against Tupac by the Jewish Defense League, JDL. This was part of a broader extortion scheme where the JDL allegedly targeted Tupac and other figures in the hip-hop world, including rapper Eazy-E. According to FBI reports, the the JDL was accused of orchestrating death threats and demanding protection money from high-profile artists.
The FBI records related to Tupac Shakur and Eazy-E reveal that both artists were targeted for extortion by members of the Jewish Defense League, though federal authorities did little to intervene. Among the complications surrounding Eazy-E's estate was a lawsuit filed on March 27, 1995, by Mike Klein after Eazy's tragic death from the AIDS virus, which he had mysteriously contracted. Mike Klein sought to capitalize on the situation by attempting to steal control of Ruthless Records from Eazy's family. Klein was a former Israeli soldier who had previously worked as a security guard for Ruthless Records. He was hired by Jerry Heller to protect him from Suge Knight. Mike Klein created a record company named Comptown Records and filed a lawsuit on March 27, 1995, claiming part ownership of Ruthless Records. His attempt to seize the company in the wake of Eazy's death highlighted the lengths some were willing to go to take advantage of the turmoil surrounding the estate. The situation grew even more tense when Eazy-E's widow, Tomika Woods, reported that Klein had been sending her threatening phone calls and death threats in an attempt to intimidate her. In the end, a man who was originally hired as a security guard to protect the interests of Ruthless Records was now trying to steal half of Eazy's company from his family. What's more ironic than that is that when I went to look up Mike Klein on Google, the very first thing that popped up is Mike Klein being interviewed by another former security guard who wanted to take over the company he was hired to protect. Good old-fashioned Reggie Wright Jr.
Reggie had a game plan, and he made it very, very clear that he wanted to take over Death Row Records.
That's
Make no
FBI
mistake about that.
Bill Carter.
Why, Regional Walker, why does Mob James ride with Reggie Wright Jr. knowing him and his father murked his bro?
If you enjoyed the content, please like, share, and subscribe, and tune in tomorrow for part 2. You already know how we do.
So that's it for right now. We had to cut it short because of the technical difficulties. We're gonna stop sharing that, man. And
say, hey, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, first off, you and Scandalous, bro. This is some nasty work. Reggie is a cold piece of pork belly.
You ain't seen shit yet, bro. That's on my bro. That's on my mama. You ain't seen shit yet, bro. If you think CS2 back is like the worst, you ain't never met Reggie Wright Jr.
Damn,
he's evil incarnate. He's a narcissistic, spoiled daddy boy, right? Who was on the police station. Luckily, he knew Suge, right? Befriended Suge. So at the point where Jimmy Iovine, and it's so deep because you get into the JDL, who had been alleged by FBI, and FBI documents, they have reports, and this is why they're watching Tupac and what's going on with him. They were watching Tupac the night he got knocked down. Right?
Oh, hell. Oh, he's dead, bro.
On top of that, him being the son of the Panthers, you know what I'm saying? Too black, too strong, power to the people, right? Let's start right there, right?
Let's do it.
That's the whole premise of what makes him dangerous, right? Young, right. Charismatic. Tupac was a superstar. I'm talking about he embodied everything that it took to be a superstar. Since he was a kid, they put him on that digital underground shit. He was just a roadie, right? They put him on that digital underground shit. That nigga, I clown around when I hang around with the underground. He stole the show. Feature me on your shit. Now I done killed you on your own shit. And nigga, now I'm finna be dropping my album. Right? Shout out to
Kenny Kingpin, Pop LQ, he was on tour with Pocket them days too, right?
Right.
So, but back to what I was talking about before that. Before he became a star, he was in the belly of his mama while she was incarcerated wrongfully. Let's get into that real quick. I think it was the Panther 26 to be or 27. The Panther 21. That's what it was, huh?
You wanted to read those super chats, or are you good?
Yeah, no, read them. I want to acknowledge that because we definitely appreciate that.
Real quick, we got Steffi Weffy with the $20 super chat. Salute, hashtag ETE. Chucks, blue heart, and a red heart, man. Then we got I'ma call you back with the $19.99 HBIC for the Damu.
You know what that means, right?
Head bitch and motherfucking charge for the Damu Kiwe conversation. Salute, blue heart, red heart with them chucks is stomping. Then we got Selena with the $19.99 super chat. She got the HBIC of the Damu Kiwe conversation. Salute, blue heart, red heart, and her chucks is stomping. So guess what? All of you beautiful women, we appreciate you. Thank you. Bless you to your family, your tribe, and any and everything that you do. Damu Kiwe Conversations is highly appreciative of anything that is given. Salute to you and blessings.
Oh, the fans are very complicit in Pac death. I think they're definitely complicit. I don't even think that's an argument. I tend to go a little further. Bam. So Tupac, in the belly of his mother, who was arrested. This was COINTELPRO. The Panther 21 is a group of 21 Black Panther members who were arrested and accused of planned coordinated bombings and long-range rifle attacks on 2 police stations and an education office in New York City in 1969, who were all acquitted by a jury in May 1971 after revelations during the trial that police infiltrators played key organizing roles. So what they did, the police infiltrators, these informants with the FBI, were antagonizing and instigating the same way Reggie was just instigating bullshit, bro.
Damn.
Entrapping them. And they, me and you kicking, hey, we need to bomb this police station and these education offices in Orange County. You like, damn. I know we with the cause, but what we tripping off of, right? So let's get to it. Among the defendants were Afeni Shakur. That's the first name that they put on here. Tupac mother. Lumbamba Shakur, Ali Bey Hassan, Michael Tabor, Darubi al-Mujahid, Ben Wahad, Jamal Joseph, Abayama Katara, Baba Odinga, Juan Bird, Robert Collier, Sundiata Kalai, Lonnie Epps, Curtis Powell, Kuwasi Balagoon, Richard Harris, Lee Berry, Lee Roper, and Kwando Kinshasi. William King is his slave name, and Thomas Berry. The trial eventually collapsed, and the 21 members were acquitted of all charges. So this is, if you pay attention, it goes into all of this, right? But this was.
So look, I'm gonna cut it short, right? Because I don't want to do their whole live, man. I just wanted to bring out that Reggie Wright piece. They are live right now and on Clubhouse. If you are on Clubhouse, the room is open, but they're live right now. Active Chuck. Salute to Active Chuck's Damu Kiwe Conversations for that content. Man, this is a cold game, is what I'm gonna say. Y'all need to be careful out here. Don't trust. Question everything you hear and everything you see. don't go off the first instinct of anything anymore. Question it. Because things are not what they appear to be. There is an agenda. These brothers are doing a great job trying to show you what is really going on out here. Stay woke, man. Stay woke. If you have kids, you definitely need to stay woke because you owe them that. Because they can't count on the world to help them navigate. But the world will step in if you don't. It's important that we navigate for our children and our children's children. You hear what I'm saying? But anyway, if you are new to my channel, man, much appreciated. Do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave a comment in this video. Please, man, share this video and my last video. Hit that notification bell. You'll be notified when we drop these videos. And like we like to say here at Stand On It Media, until tomorrow morning, I'll catch y'all on the other side. Let's get it.